The next song is Wonderwall, possibly the finest rock song of all time, according to Radiohead anyway. The second hit of their second album was It's Early Morning Glory, of course. Uh, this is a song that has just transcended music really at this point. Like everybody knows this song, everybody knows the chorus, everybody can sing along almost word for word for the entirety of the song. It's a song so good that has become an almost a bit of a joke that it's overplayed. It's played over 1 billion times on Spotify. So it was the first song from the 20th century to get to, well, the first song from the 1990s at least. I think it might be also be the 20th century, but the first song from the 1990s to get to 1 billion plays on Spotify, which shows that it is intergenerational. But it does show that the song has universal, timeless appeal. It starts off with just a very simple four chord sequence, and I'm sure every guitar shop up and down the country for the last 30 years has absolutely sick of hearing that those four guitar chords. All you had to do was move your fingers from that to that to that to that. So with only really moving your that finger, like you can play Wonderwall really, and that it just shows again the inventiveness of Noel's songwriting. And then it just jumps into Liam's very stark solo vocal, very solitary vocal, a very stark solitary vocal by Liam comes in. He really restrained his sort of more expressive inclinations, just to let the song and the power of the melody and the words to sort of speak for themselves. You play it in anywhere, any crowded space at all. You could probably play it on a bus journey, and you would get people singing along. Uh, every busker in every city, in every street in every city in the world will have Wonderwall in their repertoire, and they'll probably play it 2 or 3 times. They'll probably get 5 or 10 requests to play it. It's just Wonderwall. It is a song that has become so famous, so ubiquitous. It's actually become a joke within Oasis fans that every band has their Wonderwall. So, you know, Oasis Wonderwall, it's obviously Wonderwall. But it sort of describes a song that is played so much that fans of that band are almost sick of hearing it. You have to mention, of course, the music video, which I think is an iconic music video. I think it's actually probably Oasis' best music video. The band is playing with a load of circus performers around them, and it's just a lot of very inventively used imagery that marries perfectly with the song, even though, you know, they don't actually have any connection on a lateral sense. It's all it, but the image when played with the song is brilliant. Like it does elevate the song that wee bit further. You know, with the clown just walking across the screen and Noel just on his guitar on his own, just opening chords. I'd say it's actually an iconic, all-time iconic music video. You know, up there with Never, Smells Like Teen Spirit. The imagery of that music video. Again, it's just the 5 guys in the band and some circus performers in just one warehouse space, and they're probably only there for about maybe 8 to 10 hours. But he managed to create a lovely short film, just an art house short film. It wouldn't make sense at all if it was silent, but it goes perfectly with the song. You know, just these random array of images, it all seem to they all seem to fit. You know, none of them seem to be sort of off or anything. Like the little by little video, where there's Robert Carlyle, just a very small person. I don't know. It you know, that's an example of the concept of video sort of overtaking its use really. Whereas this one, even though it's an even higher concept, you know, it's a lot of very odd imagery with circus performers, because the color is drained out of the frame, because it's all black and white apart from a few select colors. It gives it such an art house sort of I don't want to say classy, but you know what I mean. It's very discernible flavor to it, and it elevates the song and the band and the artwork in general, just to, you know, from just being a pop masterpiece to being a sort of museum masterpiece. this is one of the great works of art of the 20th century. This particular song, Wonderwall, and its constant and universal and on long lasting appeal speaks to that certainly. It was so ubiquitous that two versions of the same song were in the Christmas top 10. So Oasis obviously, and then Mike Flowers Pop did a comedy version. When has that ever happened? That it's two versions of the same song, apart from maybe charity singles, charity rivals singles, or something like that. This was a song that had stayed in the charts for most of the year, and then had an imposter, a sort of joke imposter, come in. And okay, there was an element of people, a backlash, people who don't like Oasis and don't like the song were like buying it ironically, but it still shows the power the song had, that it even could inspire that sort of reaction. And Ryan Adams has done a version of it, which changes the arrangements ever so slightly, and apparently Noel likes it better, and Noel plays it on his own in the Ryan Adams version and the Ryan Adams style. The guitar chords, obviously Noel knew what the power of what he had with the song, because he opened up the album with a little trill moment at the start of Hello, where he played the song chords with the intention of people just putting the volume way up. Apparently, I found out subsequently that was because he had got this sort of I was going to say juvenile idea, but this sort of over-enthusiastic idea of, because it's a song called Wonderwall, he'll record it on a wall outdoors. Any sound recordist will tell you that is an absolute nightmare. Every spark of wind is going to get straight into the mic. Apparently you could hear birdsong on it, so it mustn't have been that windy, but it wasn't clean sound. So I'm glad they didn't use that on the actual master of the song itself. But the record was actually released before this song was released, so I don't know how many people would have necessarily heard it to recognise that it was Wonderwall they were playing whenever they first put on What's the Story.